Well, hey guys, welcome back to Waters Family Homestead. As you see, I still have Sue outside the pen. I'm gonna let him stay out until he's 100% healed, because I put him in all three pens yesterday, and within a minute, the hens come straight up to him and start pecking at that back end that was sore. And I don't know why. They know that's his sore, I guess, and they go straight for it. Every one of them. So I brought him back out. I did get the bigger kennel out and get it set up for him, so he's got a little more room to move. But we've got this huge rainstorm, supposedly. I don't know how much rain we're gonna get, but coming. And I didn't want all the water to just flood in this first pen like it used to. I put them 8-inch concrete blocks there, the 4-inch by 8-inch, to slow the water down, and that worked. It keeps the pen dry. But the path going under the fence and back behind it was all covered in leaves, so I got the rake out and cleared that path so the water has somewhere to go. And I raked this entire run area with that red rake right there I just bought a few weeks ago. I'll tell y'all what, that's a job. There's a reason why we've got modern advances in mulching and all that stuff, because that's a lot of work. So I raked all across the back, all the way down to the next pen, and I got this all raked out. The leaves are pretty much gone off the tree, so this storm shouldn't make any more of a mess. So that'll be the last time I have to rake it out this year. And I managed to get it through the door into a big pile right here. And of course, as soon as I sat down in the swing to take a break, all the hens attacked that pile, and they have spread it out 3 or 4 times as big as it was, probably 3. But and they're not done scratching in it. But I took those 2 plastic nesting boxes and put them in the first pen, and I've already had the white female turkey hen go in and explore one of them. I haven't looked today to see if there's an egg in there, but there is a gray hen in the little metal rollaway nesting box. She might be a black hen in there. It's hard to tell from here. But either way, there's a hen in there laying her egg. And I went in here, and today is day 3 since I built the rollaway nesting box for the middle pen. 34 roughly inches wide, 1.5 feet deep, so they got plenty of nesting area. They do not like that wire. They don't like being able to see through it, so I've only had 1 egg laid in there since I put it in. So today I got a little bit of my straw that I usually put in and put in there, hopefully get them used to laying in there. And as they rake that straw gone and, you know, down into the rollaway part, hopefully they'll get used to laying their eggs in there, and I won't have to continue putting straw in it. So that's what I'm trying to do. We'll just see how that works. I've had another option. Another option would be take a board and just put it up under the wire so they can't see through, and they'd get on there no problem. But being able to see through it, my chickens just don't like it. So that may be an option for some of you, to be able to put a board in there or under it so that they get used to using it, and then take the board out, you know, and we'll see how that works out. I'm going to try it with straw. I think that's a better idea. Hey, get some used to going in there, and the straw will slowly get packed down into where the eggs roll away, and hopefully they'll continue using that box, and I'll clean it out once they're all using it like they should. Now, on this last pen, I've got them all mixing again. The 2 rollaway nesting boxes in there, they use them every day. The black sex links are laying in them every day. One of them will have 1 or 2, and the other one will have 5 or 6. Or sometimes a few more, but they're using those. I've never got an egg off, well, I ain't gonna say never, but I haven't gotten an egg off the ground in there since right after I put those nesting boxes up. And you see there's a Rhode Island Red or 2 exploring them now. So hopefully the straw in the new rollaway nesting box will get the hens used to going in there on that wire and laying their egg. And I'll be able to get cleaner eggs instead of them being on the ground. I just went in there and there's 7 or 8 on the ground already. So I put them in the nesting box and then added some straw. We'll see how that goes. But anywho, just wanted to do a quick update, show y'all. That should be the last time I have to rake this pen out this year, because there are no more leaves left on the tree. Not enough to matter to completely cover the ground in here. And I'll be honest, I would love to put all the chickens in the last fruit orchard side and then move the turkeys and the hens into the middle pen and let this side, when spring comes, let it start growing a little bit of grass. I feel like it would still grow some. Even if I had to put some seed out to get it going, that may be an option. But don't know that I'm going to do that. But either way, that's still an option to try to get some grass to grow in there. Some will grow, but probably not enough to cover it. And this middle pen has been a run area for the chickens so long, it's never going to grow grass. That down by the gate that I did last will probably grow a little bit, but it's going to grow very little. And this middle section is just not going to grow grass unless I break the ground up and put seeds in it and move the chickens off of it for a month or two after it's seeded. So I just don't know that I'm going to do that. But there's one of the, well, actually 2. Both those hens right there are 2 of the 3 that were inside when the dogs killed all the rest of mine. So they're finally getting adult size and acting more like adult hens. And the other one is right over here by the pole. And I'm still thinking that may turn out to be a rooster. I just don't know. If it's a hen, great. But it may be a rooster. And if it's a rooster, I only have 2. I've been thinking about getting those from Matt at church. He's got one that's much more aggressive. And maybe it'll put Junior in its place, because he chases Sue when they're on opposite sides of the fence. So I need an aggressive rooster as far as for the hens, not for me. And of course, I'll fix that. You swift kick him one good time, he'll learn to leave you alone. But anywho, that's just the truth of the matter, guys. You got to tell the animal who the boss is. But either way, I like the nesting box. It looks really good. It's very functional. I may have a little bit too much slant on the rollaway part, but I've tried rolling them myself, picking them off the ground, put them on the wire, and let them roll in. I have not had one egg, not one crack after it rolled down, hitting another egg or hitting the edge of the board or any of that. I've seen, probably been a couple years ago, but I've seen other people say put a foam strip up against that board in the rollaway part so the egg hits softly. But I don't have that problem. I've let my eggs roll freely all the way across, and none of them have cracked. So I think it's fine. But I just got to get the hens to using it. And that's the trick. So I'm hoping this straw will solve that problem. They're still constantly checking it out. See how she's starting to go up in there. And there's another Rhode Island Red watching her. And from what I've seen with the chickens I've got, the black sex link seem to be more curious than the Rhode Island Reds. They're both the rated top layer hens, which I love the fact that they are rated that. I'm hoping, so far, I'm getting pretty much even out of both flocks on egg laying. But we're going to see if this straw will get them to lay eggs in there. And I may have to spread it out a few times so they'll get used to using it. But hopefully that'll solve my problem. Guys, I appreciate y'all watching my videos, subscribing to the channel, following me on Rumble. It means the world to me, and I really do appreciate it. And I thought about, like I said, putting all the chickens in the fruit orchard side and just setting Sue in here. Or letting the Easter eggers and the turkeys in the middle, because there is a turkey roost in there, and putting Junior by itself in one of those empty pens. So I just don't know what I'm going to do yet. But for right now, I'll let him out when I'm home, and I'll go show y'all the bigger pet kennel that I moved him to. hang on a second. So this is the one he was in. And then I put him in this one. You see the size difference. I got the smaller one sitting on top. And it's not small. It's a medium-sized kennel. But the bottom one is huge. And it's an older kennel, but it still works. It'll keep him in and keep predators away from him. And you see he wastes a lot of the feed throwing it out on the ground. But I put his water up on a brick so he'd quit scratching that feed and getting it all dirty. And that seems to have worked. So that's a good idea. And I threw an old rake handle in there to give him something to perch on if he wanted to. But he's got plenty of room when he's in there and I'm not home. He's not just stuck in one spot. He's got room to move around. And when I open that gate, he comes right out, y'all. But either way, I appreciate you guys. Remember what I always tell you. Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe. Be prepared.